Good morning, YouTube. Today we're going to change the oil in this 2019 Porsche 911 GT3 RS.
So are you recording all of the nefarious activities?
If you're new to the channel, my name is Dan and we are at the Stub. This is our dealership NG Supercars and this car is for sale through our dealership NG Supercars. So if you're interested in making an offer, send us an email, sales@ngsupercars.com. But this glorious piece of machinery needs an oil change, so we don't like selling cars that need services that we can easily take care of, so we're going to take care of that today. I'll be honest, I've never worked on a Porsche 911 GT3 RS, so we're going to learn on the fly. But we got all the right stuff, we got the oil, we got the parts. This thing takes this stuff right here, it takes this Motul 5W40, and I believe it's 8 quarts. And then we also have our official Porsche filter. So hopefully it's not terrible, although I honestly don't know. So we'll find out. And so I guess the first thing we need to do is lift it up in the air. And I know there's a bottom panel, so let's remove the bottom panel and start draining some oil. All right, we got it up in the air. Here is our bottom panel. I'm assuming the engine is right here, considering it's a rear engine car, and you can kind of see the exhaust right there. So let's pop this panel off. Looks like a bunch of Torx heads. Probably T27s or 30s. All right, got the panel off, and you can see we've got a drain plug, and a drain plug. So 3 drain plugs, that's our sump. And I got the 2 engine plugs, and then we have the oil filter right here. So it's all right here. Bad news, this thing was just running, so it's extremely hot. Good news, these headers look awesome. So those are aftermarket headers. They look pretty sweet. Looks like it's got aftermarket cats too. So yeah, this is a pretty basic exhaust. Actually, it's tiny. I don't know what brand it is, but that is not a whole lot of exhaust to it. Oh, something melted there. Ew. Looks like a golf tee. Oh, totally, that's a golf tee. Look at that. Well, we'll try and get that off too. All right, this one's a 8mm. I'll get my catch pan up a little higher and break it loose. Because it's hot as hell, I want my fingers to be far, far away. Whoa! Shit! Stupid Porsche. God damn it. Well, that went everywhere. This shit. All over the floor. All over there, splashed everywhere. God damn it. Porsches! What's wrong? Oh, it went everywhere. Splashed, well it splashed, it came out with such force, it splashed out of the collector. All over everything. It's all over the exhaust, it's all over the tape, it's in the wheel, the suspension. It went everywhere. Well, yeah, it sucked, YouTube. I think next time I will put this really, really, really close. Lesson learned. Also, it's warmed up, so it probably leaked a lot faster than it would otherwise. All right, YouTube, next drain plug. It's a little bigger. Yeah, a lot bigger. Let's try a 10. Bingo. First one's still going. Okay, I am definitely putting this up higher. Sorry, you really can't see it, but I don't feel like being splashed in the face by hot oil, because that would suck. Oh good, this one leaking already. Hot, 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 hot. Holy crap, that's hot. Come on, come on. Fuck. Woo! There we go. A little bit better success with the whole not splashing me and everything around me. I think these are gonna have to drain for a while before I can get to this last one because it's facing the other way. So I'm gonna let it drain for a little bit. So we'll rejoin in a moment. So I'll clean up the floors. All right, the sump's finally about done draining. This oil pan is not, so I'm gonna put this back in. By the way, I put on a new crush washer. So get that on there. Clean it up a little. And we'll tighten it to 1.5 August. Or it's German, so it'll be guten tight. It's funny if it tightens right back to the line. Nope, not quite. There. Alright, so this one's basically done draining, so I'll give it a quick clean, a wipey wipe, and then plug. Alright. And again, gluten tight. Just gotta seat that crush washer so it's tight, and then do there a little bit. Finally, last one. And it looks like it's the smaller size. Whoops, dropping shit. It's nice then to put that right in the way of that frame. I don't think there's any way that that is going to fit in there. We're gonna need a shorty or a regular. Oh yeah, that's not gonna fit. Hold on a minute. All right, so you can see I got a regular Allen wrench because, yeah, nothing will fit right there. So I'm gonna have to push this out of the way for a second. And oh man, I'm gonna have to put some leverage on this to get it to come loose. There's no way I can get it with just. Nope, I'm gonna have to whack it with a hammer or something. All right, I love breaking out hammers on supercars. There. Now we can get this to a good spot. Sorry, you're not gonna be able to see the action, but you know, again, don't really need it splashing everywhere. Since I'm not doing real good on the splashy splash today. Oh, there's like nothing in there. Look at that. That's bullshit. Let's go get a new crush washer. Let it drain for a few moments. I'm not sure why, but there was a copper crush washer, whereas the other two had aluminum crush washers. I'm gonna put back a copper one just because I mean, they probably did it for a reason. I don't know. So on with the copper crush washer. I would recommend buying crush washer kits instead of like paying for the individual crush washers. You just match up the size. You can get them on like Amazon for a couple bucks. They're really not that expensive. And I'm definitely not gonna be able to torque this down to any sort of spec because there's no way you can get a torque wrench in there. I guess maybe with a swivel and a really like a shorty socket, you might be able to. I don't have that. So we're just gonna do this guy and put it with a lot of force because of the angle it's at. I don't get much leverage. So a little more. There. That'll do it. Onward to the filter. Okay, YouTube, we got the filter right here, and this probably make a mess. I've got my little filter tool. So this one is a 74 millimeter. Oh, are you kidding me? It won't fit. Okay, there. Phew. I was like, man, that's gonna be a pain in the ass. There's like this stupid secondary air injection line right there. Okay. Oh wow, this one's on there. Okay. Bang it off with a hammer. Got it. Oh, that was a close call. It's like peeing out sideways. Oh, cut me in the face. I'm gonna raise that. God. I think this is Porsche trying to get back at me for crapping on them for all these years. I'm gonna go with yes. There we go. Don't make too big a mess, but you know, there's definitely a mess. Now normally I like to dump a bunch of oil in the filters and pre-charge them, but since it's gonna be sitting horizontal, you really can't add a whole lot. So I put in a little bit, so it might dump out some while I'm tightening it. That's fine. I also lubricated the gasket with some oil, so it should be ready to go. We'll hopefully get it on there quick enough to not lose any oil. Oh, a little bit came out. Okay, not too bad. Okay. It says 20 Newton meters, so I mean that's basically going to be like slightly better than hand tight, so we'll just tighten it as much as we can. Come on. That's about all it's gonna go. I'm gonna give it a little bit more since it's still dripping a tiny bit. There. All right. I do believe that we are done underneath. Well, let's add some oil and reset the computer. Okay, got the under panel back on. A quick tip is to make sure you start all of the bolts before you tighten any of them down. That way you can kind of move it around a little bit. I did have to like align them a little bit. One thing that Porsche does that I'm actually impressed with is they put a rubber gasket on each of those. Now I don't know how long that rubber gasket will last, but it definitely made it easier to align it, and it probably helps prevent it from like vibrating in any sort of way, so that's pretty cool. But this is a pretty solid piece compared to most of the under panels. It's a very thick and pretty heavy piece. Obviously, because it's protecting the engine, you want it to be pretty durable. Alrighty, we're gonna add 8.5 liters of the Motul 5W40, and then we can reset the computer, and then we should be all set. All right, we're booting up my Launch X431. We've got it plugged into the OBD dongle, and we are going to reset the oil life on this thing. So onward, talking. Okay, we gotta find Porsche. It is on, and reset maintenance interval. It is 20. 23, 12, 28. Okay. Oil service. Okay. Hey, it's done. All right, well, let's turn it off and start the puppy up. All right, here we go. Let's fire it up. Let's see, it doesn't complain about oil anymore, that's good. We have oil pressure. Hooray! Alright, so you can see it won't let me measure the oil until it gets up to operating temperature, so I'm gonna let it run and get up the temperature, and then we'll check the oil in a few moments. Alright, YouTube. There you go, oil change. Not terribly difficult. That one plug seems to want to come out very rapidly, so be prepared for that. The other two, not such a big deal. I hate Porsches. There you go. I just had to get back to that. All right, actually it wasn't terrible. All right, guys. Well, I hope you liked that. If you did, like, share, and subscribe. And again, if you're interested in buying this car, send us an email, sales@ngsupercars.com. We do appreciate if you guys could support us. But that's gonna do it. You guys are amazing. We'll see you in the next video. We're gonna be doing a lot of cool car stuff. You're gonna want to stay tuned. It's gonna be sweet.